YouTube? How are y'all doing? It's been a minute since you probably heard my voice. I've been uploading a lot of speed runs recently, but you know, that's just what I like to do. But I want to get back to the guys. I've been playing with my my homie Micro to be on my stream. Shout out to Micro, and he gave me this video idea because we kind of practice on Rajang a lot. He likes to fight him, and I think Rajang is one of the most important steps in your bow career. It doesn't matter if you're new to this channel or not. I hope you find what you're looking for. I have a lot of guys to help you, a lot of speed runs for reference that you can take my style from and see what I'm doing. It's a lot of help here for the bow users. I wanted to make this like a safe haven for anybody who wanted to get into the bow, even if you're new, and even if you're looking at this video years from now, which I hope somebody is. That would be amazing, that you can come back years later and still watch this, because I want to make this still relevant. But yeah, I just wanted to say, I know I'm yapping a lot, but I need to say this. I really appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, 1K subs, we hit that mark, and we closely to the 2K mark. So I'm gonna keep making these guys and helping y'all as much as I can. But yeah, man, I appreciate the support and all the nice comments you guys make, and especially the people who come in my Twitch and tell me live and that these videos are actually helping y'all. And that's why I make them, just to help y'all. And in my videos, I tend to keep it real. I'm not really I sugarcoat stuff just to keep it neutral, but more or less of the time I'm going to actually tell you how I feel about something. And it doesn't really, sometimes it comes off of me being mean, but honestly it really comes out of a place of love, because I feel like if I didn't care, I wouldn't tell you what I really think about certain stuff. I would just tell you BS just to sound like every other person that's on YouTube. Stuff that I actually think is going to help you. Without further ado, that's enough talking. I feel like we should just get right into the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you like my vibe, I post speed runs and I do other games, but I've been heavy on Monster Hunter World recently. But if you like the content, stick around. If you don't, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's go. All right, so first things first, if I was watching this video, the first thing I would want to know personally is his moves and how to pretty much punish them. Just pretty much going over the moveset first, what to do, what not to do, some things that'll help you, some general ideas and some mistakes I see a lot of people making in this fight, and some things that can help you overall. So the first move we're gonna go over is the ground pound. Now this move is a good opener. So if you find yourself running away from this move, that's a no. You need to stop doing that. You missing out on a lot of damage, So I would just recommend to learn the timing. I'm not gonna walk you through literally how to time it. This should just be instinctively something that you should just naturally pick up. You might not get to time it right out back because nothing comes perfect off first. So of course you're gonna have to practice, but the more you practice, the more it becomes a good habit. And then once it comes a good habit, then you can actually start getting a lot of damage in, because this is a big opportunity and a lot of new players miss it because they're scared. But I mean, you gotta think about like this. You gotta take risks, because I would rather you just keep dying because you're trying to punish correctly than just to make a bad habit and you never actually do the damage that you're supposed to do. Now, this is how you punish the move. Now, immediately after you dodge it, the first charge shot should be the one you use to dash. Then it should be a second charge shot, a third one, and then you can end it with a spread shot. Now, this gives you enough time to get out the way, depending if he's enraged or not. If he's enraged, I wouldn't recommend this punishment. I would recommend, after the second charge shot, I would just dash and end it with a spread shot. Or you could actually do the same thing, but instead of dashing to end it off, you don't have to dash. You can literally just do the spread shot in his face. You can actually end the spread shot. The thing I like about bows, you can end the spread shot with a lot of the combos, and it's like the maximum damage. I just like the dashing, because at least like when you're dashing, you can kind of move out of the way for his next move, and kind of keep that momentum up and get ready for the next move. All right, the next move we're going to talk about is the beam. Now this is another move that is a big opportunity, and you should punish this. If you're not punishing this move, you're doing something wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter where you at in the game. I don't care if you're brand new to the game. I don't care if you're a beginner. If you're not punishing this move, this is just money. It's like taking candy from a baby. Now let's go over punishments. Now some key things to notice. You definitely will notice when he's doing this because he does the same animation. And like I said, for the ground pound, this is enough time for you to react to be able to get yourself in position to punish him. You want to dodge the beam, right? Go into one charge shot, a second one, a third one, and end it with a spread shot. Now, if you feeling like, oh, that's too easy and I can do, because you do have a lot of time after that. That's a fairly easy punishment, but I'm trying to just keep it beginner friendly and like really easy. But if you feeling yourself, I'll give you another punishment that I can't guarantee you that you're going to be safe afterwards, but I definitely will guarantee you that it'll do the most damage. Punishment is a dash shot into 2 more charge shots and then do another dash shot and then end it with a spread shot. Now this is very dangerous, but it's the most optimal for damage wise, but I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. So just stick to the first punishment. If you're not really comfortable with this, is only for people who kind of comfortable. If you're not comfortable, don't even listen to what I just said. Just do the first punishment. First punishment gives you enough time. It doesn't really matter what situation you at, unless you kind of started late, but even if you did start late, still enough time to punish and enough time to get out the way. All right, so the next move, it's a side to side punch. This covers a lot of ground. And I think this is one of his worst moves, but if you look at it in a different perspective, it's actually one of his very good moves. One of the best moves to punish if you have very good aim. And if you don't have good aim, this is a good way to practice your aim. He's moving constantly, so it's really hard to get a steady aim. Some tips I got for this move is to typically just stay on the side of him. Don't try to be in the front of him. If you're far away and you're in front of him, it's okay, but try to stay on the side of him. That way, because first of all, he's going to stop really close, and he's not going to go all the way, but if you're in front of him, he's going to try to reach you fully. He might even extend himself if he knows that he's going to reach you, because as you know, he reaches you and you're close enough, you will get stumbled, and nobody wants that. You just want to prevent you not getting stumbled. You can actually put the jewel trimmer on. If you have level 1 trimmer or footing, you can actually avoid just getting stumbled, the endpoint of the move. So if you didn't know that, you can do that if you have room in your build, but most new players don't have room in the build, so just try to stay on the side of them. Now for the punishments, if you're in front of them, I would typically just do 2 dash shots, or honestly the safest thing you can do against that move is just dash shot and only do a spread shot to end it if you see he's done with the move and you're far enough. You got to have your own discernment. I can't really tell you every situation that's like best to not do the spread shot, but only do the spread shot if you're already doing a dash shot and he's either far away, or you can hit the spread shot in a timely manner to where you're not going to get punished. But if it just feels like, if I do this spread shot right now, I might just die, don't do the spread shot. Only do it if it's like, all right, I'm in a good position to where I can sneak this in. But if you're really just scared, you don't even want to risk it, just do dash shots and try to stay on the side of them. Going to the side, trying to aim for the head the best you can. End it with a spread shot if you can. If not, just dash shot and just avoid confrontation. And if you want to put trimmer on to avoid the endpoint so you can get a little bit more damage in, just do that. This is a clip of me having trimmer on, so I'm just a little bit more closer to him because I know I'm safe. And another thing I wanted to tell you too, if you're on the side of him, I told you to be on the side of him, but be very wary, because he's gonna try to like put you in a frame trap, because if he goes to the side and he hits you, you're gonna stumble a little bit. He does that to throw you off, because he naturally goes to the side. So if you are on the side of him, that's how he kind of checks anybody that's on the side of him, so in the back of your head, if you are on the side of him, make your last move a good move to reposition, because he is going to do that to try to trip you up. Next move we got is when he jumps in the air and actually throws the 4 lightning bolts on the ground. You could dash up. I would just recommend just to dash up right when he does it, and then you can do a dash shot to a charge shot and then end it with a spread shot. The only time I wouldn't recommend dashing up is if you know that you're too far away. If you're too far away, just don't even try to punish. Like, only do this if you're in a close range where you can get underneath him and still be away from the lightning bolts, because they do explode. So because I know you're very close to him, he's probably going to like punish you. So I try to back away, and while you're doing a combo, you can slowly back up, because it is going to work. You can still move a little bit while you shoot your bullets at him, which is why I like the bow. So if you are close enough to him, you feel dangerous, just slowly back up as you aim. The next move is the claw attack. So he's doing it because he's going to back up, and he's already going to be like in rage. He's going to kind of be red, like his arms is going to be red. So this is like where he sends the 4 lightning strikes in the ground, and people are usually scared of this. This is really isn't really no excuse to run from this attack. All you have to do, literally just look at the ground there are literally 4 openings. So no matter where you are, there's going to be an opening. The only reason you should possibly die to this move is that you're panicking. Look at the ground, understand that it's like lava on the floor. Like, basically, just don't step on the lines, right? Just walk. You can even look down. Look how I look down. Like, I look down, I'm like, okay. I look how my camera angle is changing. I'm looking at the ground, I'm like, okay, this is the right path. Do a dash shot into a charge shot, end it with a spread shot. It's too easy. There is no reason why you should not be punishing that move. That's another easy punish. The next move I wanted to talk about is a kind of move that people don't really understand or really think about. Now, it's like whenever he just tries to grab you or like tries to get a touch on you, bro, roll out the way, because this is a setup. And usually after he does this and he tries to like snatch you up, honestly, looking back at this footage, this shit looks really scary. But you have to like roll out of the way when he does this. He usually does this after an attack or like after he goes to the side. Learn how to roll out the way. If you roll out the way immediately after, he's probably 85% of the time, right after he does this move, he's going to do a move that's very punishable. So in your mind, just get ready for an attack that's probably going to be punishable. Sometimes when he does it, I'm literally just in my head thinking like, okay, what's next? Whatever he's finna do next, I'm finna punish. So it counts as a move, but I think you should implement this into your gameplay and think about this as well, because this could get you a lot of damage if you know probably what he's going to do next. All right, the next move I want to talk about is when he just launches at you full force, trying to, just dismantle your whole body, and he smashes the ground. So a very quick way and easy way just to avoid this is just to roll out the way. It's simple. And you don't want to get caught in the impact, right? It's a circle. I kind of slowed down some clips so you can see it. The smashes revolves around the circle, and it's not literally his fist hitting you that kills you most of the time. Most of the time what's killing you is the impact of him punching the ground. So I wouldn't get caught trying to do a spread shot, or because mostly every time I end with a spread shot or I end a combo, that's when he's going to try to do it the most, and he knows you're vulnerable. You just catch my drift. But just be outside of the range of the impact of the punch. If you're outside of the range of an impact of the punch, you'll dodge it every single time, I'm telling you. And don't ever run away from him with your back turned, because you're just asking to literally just die to this move. It's going to catch you. So always know where he's at. Don't ever turn your back. Now, there is a way to punish this. He launches at you and you already have your bow pretty much charged and you're ready to dash. If you dodge it at the right time, his head kind of like goes upside down, but it's like a slight frame where his head is exposed, and you can actually hit him with a spread shot when he's doing this slam if you do this effectively. But I most definitely do not recommend trying this unless you're a speed runner or you're trying to like cut your time down. Rajang, you stuck at like the 4 mark. This will definitely get you to 3. But if you're a beginner, like, don't even worry about what I just said. But if you're like advanced, like punishing that move will definitely make your time shorter. All right, the next move is a 360 no scope, or just like when he just goes in a 360. This move is a good opening as well. Now, how to punish it, you really could just do a dash shot to a charge shot and end it with a spread shot. Pretty much that's what I do every time. It's just short and simple, nice to the point. Now you could stretch it out and actually do 2 charge shots instead of 1, but very dangerous. And I wouldn't recommend it unless you're just feeling yourself. But no, very simple punishment. You can iframe this move, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would just try to stay out the range of this move. Just back up. But you can iframe this move, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's just the move lasts too long to just do it effectively every time. So I would just try to dash away. If you kind of see his body winding up, I would just back up. This next move really isn't like, well, it's still a move, right? But I just want to kind of tell you when he's going to do this move. It's kind of when he wants to snatch you up. He only does that if he can tell that you're overcommitting on a move. I actually tested this out because I just want to see if these monsters really know when you're overcommitting. And the test shows every time. Like every time, once you do a spread shot or you're ending a shot with a spread shot, he's going to try to attempt it. Or if he feels like that's the next move you're going to do, he's going to try to snatch you up. So you remember the beginning of the video, I was telling you combos and punishments. He will try to punish you if if you do those options that I told you. That's why I think going with the safest punishment, so you have enough time to actually move out the way is the safest option. So just remember that when you are trying these different punishments out, if you try the most optimal ones out, and damn, even if you try the safest ones out, he might do it, but at least in the safest ones, you know, you can move out the way. You know, that's why I just recommend the safest one. Now, I feel like you can do the most damage optimal punishments, but definitely not when his arms are literally raging in the red. That is not the time to do it. So I demonstrated in this clip right here. You know, I did the dash shot into 2 charge shots, and then I did another dash shot and tried to end it with a spread shot, and I got punished. And the reason why I got punished is because the time where you can move from the spread shot, you know, it's not enough time for you to be able to react to moves. Sometimes I can, but it's like 50% of the time I'm able to, and I'm not, and that's not a high enough, you know, probability to just keep doing it. So just do the safest option, especially if he's enraged. It's just your best bet. So you don't want to really have Rajang face towards a wall, especially in Furious, because he's going to do the beam. The regular one is just going to launch at you after he gets pushed up against the wall, but the beam, you can actually just roll out the way. I would iframe it, and if you didn't know, if you have the evasion mount on, it makes it a lot easier to roll in iframe out the way of a lot of moves. It kind of gives you like extra frames and a lot more chance to you know, dodge a lot of moves. But even without the evasion mount on, you can roll the move pretty easily. And if I had to choose between if you should roll or iframe, I would just roll out the way every time with this move, you know, unless you feeling yourself and you want to iframe. I'm gonna just get into some last few tips. I'm gonna get into some skills that I think you should use for this fight. I'm not gonna really give budget builds, because usually when I make videos like this, people ask for budget builds, but this is not that type of video. I just want you to learn how to fight him. This is not a video giving like a budget build or like sets. I already have, like, I made videos that give you specific sets for Rajang, so I'm gonna link those down in the description and you can check them out if you want to, because I'm not gonna cover them in this video. But yeah, let's go, man. Let's go into the last few tips and end the video. All right, so tip number 1 that I got, if you're just dashing and you don't know why, it's just fun and you just want to dash, I got news for you. You need to stop. Like, dashing without a plan. If you're just dashing just for the sake of dashing, you're never going to get better, and this is going to be a very hard fight for you. You need to control the momentum and the pace. This is kind of like he swings, you punish. You know, it's kind of like a waiting game. It's really not a game where like, oh yeah, I'm just going to dash and look flashy, and you know, everything I'm doing is going to work just because I'm that nice with the bow. A lot of people have that perception and think that's how it's going to work. That's not how it's going to work. That's not how it's going to work. So if you just dashing just because you're trigger happy and you're just dash happy, just stop doing it. Tip number 2 is just learn how to punish. If you just wait for him and just learn how to punish, you will be, I don't care how bad you are at this game. I don't care how bad you think you are at this game. I've seen all type of different players, and literally, if you know when to punish, what moves to punish, you could be any monster in this game. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a second grader or a kid. Oh, it doesn't matter who you are. If you learn when to punish, how to punish, the most optimal punishes, you can beat any monster in this game. Tip number 3, you know, Rajang is really evil because he will back you up into a corner and you don't even know you're in a corner. So the tip number 3 is to never get backed away or up against a corner. He is going to try to back you up into a corner. Like, that's why you have to be very conscious of how you're moving in a battle. Try to move left and right. Don't try to move one way too much, because he will back you into a corner. And if you're backed into a corner against Rajang, it's not good, especially if he decides to do the move where he just swings both his arms. You have nowhere to run. Make sure no corners are around and you're good. Oh, the 4th tip is if you're fighting him in arena, which most people are, because people want to do Furious Rajang, the tipper Furious Rajang. If you're fighting them where a ledge is at, please get away from the ledge as quick as you can. The ledge is not a bow's friend. Maybe be long sword, it might be great swords. You know, every other weapon can benefit from being, you know, close to the ledge, not bow. You need to get away from the ledge. So if you're fighting him and the ledge is right there, if you're not on a team and everybody's not going to move with you, especially if you're solo, get away from the ledge. But if you're on the team, it is what it is. You know, just try to stay away from the ledge. But that ledge will definitely mess up your punishments and everything, because, you know, we have to dash, and it's just going to mess you up. So just stay away from the ledge. Tip number 5, you need to learn just to stop running away. Like you can't avoid you need to stop avoiding some of Rajang's attack and start punishing him. Kind of goes into tip number 2. But like, running away isn't going to make you better. Like, running away and, you know, dolphin diving every 2 seconds is not going to make you better in this fight. You have to acknowledge this monster and punish him, because he's going to do it to you regardless. So you got to learn the moves, and it just takes practice. Another thing I want to add on to this too, this is really a monster specifically made for bow to make you better against all monsters. Fundamentally, if you can master this monster, you will just become better in every single fight ever in the franchise, because with Rajang is very agile, and you're agile too with the bow. So it's kind of like you're boxing, like you're damn near fighting the monster, like actually putting on gloves and fighting him. Since y'all both are so agile and you have a small window to actually punish him, it's best that you get used to this fight. Even if the aiming is hard, if you get the aiming down on his head, that'll just make you a way better bow player, because aim at Rajang's head, which you know, the punishment window is very small for some of his moves. He moves a lot, so if you can get that aiming down and get that, man, every other monster is going to be so easy. The last tip I gotta give, or the last tip I would say, is Rajang's head. I don't know if you noticed. I know somebody said this in my Discord a while back, and they asked, can you tenderize his head? You can't. So like, shaving, I wouldn't really recommend like shaver jewel against Rajang, because you can only tenderize like his legs, his arms, but the bow usually really has no business tenderizing him at all, because our animation for tenderizing is so slow and it's so delayed and it takes so long that you should probably let somebody else do it if you're on a team. All right, cool. If you're by yourself, there's no need to tenderize at all. Just focus on the head and just do as much damage as you can. I mean, you can tenderize if you want to, but good luck with that. I mean, I really don't think it's in your best interest, and I think this is a general tip. I think, you know, some people like, just don't tenderize him. Focus on the head as much as you can. If you're not to his head, just don't even worry about it, because you're not going to do that much damage anyway. So just focus on the head and don't even bother tenderizing unless you're on a team and you're willing to take that risk. Now let's get into some skills that I think is very beneficial. So first off, we got stamina shares, and I say this in pretty much every bow video that's like a guide. I always talk good about stamina shares, because it's a really good skill, really better than Constitution in my opinion. And you really only need black belt. You know, you can eat for black belt and have Constitution level 1, and it'll still be damn near the same if whether you had Constitution level 3. But to me, in my opinion, if you really have to sacrifice, you can sacrifice Constitution, because Constitution is good, but it's not beating stamina shares. Like I said before in every other video, evade window is top tier, and you need level 3, especially with Rajang. None of the dodges or okay, so this is another thing too. If you're trying to dodge Rajang and your evade window is lower than level 3, you are going to have a very, very hard time, my friend. I would sacrifice any damage. If you need to get evade window to level 3, do it. Sacrifice the damage, because in the long run, if you can't dodge Rajang, you're dead anyway. So make sure that your evade window is level 3. I promise you, it's very important. Then we got normal shot. This could be level 1. Preferably, I want it to be level 2. And spread shot along, I'm not going to really highlight it, but you can see it at the bottom. Spread shot is just as important. Oh, I actually went to it. That's good. So you can have one level 2 and the other one level 1, but having both of these is essential. Having either one of these or not having either one of these is a no-no. And obviously, you want the bow plus charge. That's just obvious. Mighty bow jewel is a must on every class, and then critical element is a must too. And Rajang is actually weak to ice, so if you can get that level, that ice level to level 6, it's pretty good. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the end of the video. I'm just going to the outro now. All right, so congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. I hope you learned something. I really appreciate you for looking at this entire video, because only the people that, you know, are serious about learning make it to the end of the video. And so, you know, if you made it to this part, you're just amazing. I appreciate it. And, you know, hopefully you learned something. If not, I'm pretty sure somebody else on the internet can help you. You know, somebody, if you learn a little different than I teach, maybe you need more analytical data. It's a lot of people on YouTube like that. I don't really do that. I mainly just focus on what I feel like is the most important thing, like move sets and how to punish. And like, you know how I feel about armors and sets. I feel like the person makes the armor doesn't make the person. But I digress. I really appreciate all the support on my channel, and especially the new people that's been coming in. I need to start doing shout outs at the end, because there's specific people that keep coming back at the video, and y'all who I really appreciate the most, because y'all have been with me this whole time. So, you know, I really appreciate it a lot. I love y'all so much. I really do. Yeah, y'all are amazing. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and you know, just support the video. It just helps me make more content, whether you just like or leave an emoji or leave a paragraph on why I'm wrong, or, you know, whatever, you know, because I like reading a paragraph. All right, but now, all jokes aside, just leave a comment, interact, emoji, paragraphs, some good comments, bad. Every interaction is really good. I appreciate it. Even if you just downright hating, I really don't care. You know, it's just, you know, it makes my day to just have engagement. It's cool just to see people engaging. But other than that, I'm done with the video. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have an amazing day wherever y'all at. I genuinely mean that. And wherever you going through, if you're going through something in life, just remember, it's always sunny at the end of the tunnel. Just keep pushing. I love y'all so much. Peace.
Yeah. Talking shit never, talking shit never made money. Mama told me gotta save money. Now